Destiny in 5 minutes. Everything you need to know about the story so far. Spoiler alert. Sometime during the mid-2000s, humanity noticed a strange object they called the Traveler going through our solar system and terraforming planets like Jupiter, Mercury, and Venus. Eventually, the Traveler made its way to Mars, and humanity sent 3 representatives to intercept it should it prove hostile. This mission, codenamed Ares, did not find a hostile entity at all. Instead, the large orb propelled humanity into what's described as the Golden Age, a time when our understanding of math and science was rapidly advanced, resulting in the creation of advanced technology, buildings, and vehicles. During this time, humanity would also create artificially intelligent war machines known as EXO that operated as though they were humans. While they were built to defend against some long-forgotten evil, later they would live and work alongside humans and Guardians. A lot of research was also done in the Golden Age about the mysterious race known as the Vex, a race that has the ability to manipulate space and time but also believe that everything is predestined. Get it? Almost like it's destiny. However, this research ended abruptly when the collapse occurred. Little is known about the collapse except that it's a time when the darkness found the Traveler and destroyed it, but not before the Traveler could create a safe haven beneath its final resting place. Little is known about what the darkness was, but it's believed that it was a physical entity that the forces of Earth clashed with for an unknown period of time. In the end, Rasputin, a war mind, aka a powerful AI built for strategic warfare, knew that loss was inevitable and told all war assets to withdraw with whatever they could until Rasputin gave further notice. This unfortunately left most of humanity vulnerable and nearly caused their extinction. Earth's forces withdrew, and many were wiped out near the asteroid field near Saturn and Jupiter, creating an area known as the Reef out of the debris. Because those survivors were exposed to the darkness and the radiation of the area, it also created an entirely new race known as the Awoken. The EXO, now without a central AI to command them, also became fully aware and self-reliant. The remaining humans, however, fought against themselves, further reducing their numbers until the city was formed. The city eventually grew, as did its enemies. The Fallen were the first to show up. This alien race had a hint of nobility to them, but they mostly just loot and pillage uninhabited areas. The Traveler used its dying breath to create ghosts, floating AI that are able to choose dead warriors and bring them back to life. These resurrected warriors, called Guardians, have the ability to wield the Traveler's light to fight back the darkness. Eventually, enemies other than the Fallen would be discovered, such as the Hive, who primarily lived on the Moon, the Vex on Venus, and the Cabal, who had overrun Mars. Fast forward a few years, and that's where you come in. Before its death, the Traveler sent one of his little ghost guys to wake you up for battle. You first encounter the Fallen, who you decimate, and then the Hive, who had previously been thought to be confined to the Moon, and then you run into Rasputin, that military AI, who is alive and well. But why? First, you head off to the Moon to discover why the Hive are amassing an army and plan to invade. Luckily, you show up in the nick of time and stop a mysterious ritual the Hive were using to drain energy from the Traveler, destroy a weapon known as their Sword of Crota, and disrupt communications they were having with their god, or king. You know, a big boss guy named Oryx. He's the boss of the Taken King. Suddenly, a random Exo lady shows up and tells you to head to Venus so you can fight a new enemy. Once there, she informs you that you need to rip the heart out of the Black Garden, claiming that this will allow the Traveler to begin healing. To do this, your ghost tells you that you first need to talk to the Queen of the Reef. She tells you to kill a Gate Lord because the key to the garden is actually the Gate Lord's head. You. So you head to Mars with the Gate Lord's head, but really you only needed his eye, only to discover the Cabal had been trying and failing to get into the Black Garden too. You also discover a few more details about Rasputin. Apparently, he has managed to take over the war mind on Mars, making him present everywhere, but still, he isn't doing much, so it's back into the Black Garden for you. Once you use your charged up eye to jump in, you head to the heart where the Vex are worshipping it, but you wipe all of them out and blow it up. Yay, the Traveler is saved, sort of. The Traveler starts to heal, you're given a useless gun you'll probably dismantle, and you're free to keep pushing back the darkness, again, and again, and again. Things get a little bit quiet until a bunch of Hives show up on Earth and try to take over Rasputin so they can invade. Luckily, you kill all of them, including the leader of the attack, Omnigul, a scary space wizard. Still, there are Hive trying to resurrect Crota's soul, a big scary knight and the son of Oryx, so you kill all of them and his soul before moving on to Crota's physical form, which you also kill. Now he's doubly dead and his dad is doubly pissed off, but it's back to pushing back the darkness. Until Hey, remember the Queen? Well, she shows up again and is having a bit of trouble with a big bad fallen known as Skolas. He is a Kel, aka a house leader, and he killed a bunch of people in the reef, escaped, and is now trying to gather all of the other fallen houses together so that they can amass an attack on the city. You chase him down, capture him, and throw him in prison. Then you show up occasionally at that prison and kick his ass over and over and over again. Feels good every time. So Rasputin is safe, Crota is dead, Skolas is in prison, you and the Queen are BFFs, and the Traveler is healing up, which will hopefully bring back the Golden Age. What could possibly go wrong? Oh yeah, Oryx. Yeah, I'm sure that won't be a problem at all.